I am V. John Reddy, Assistant Professor, the Department of Physics from Nalla Narasimha Reddy Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss about helium-neon laser and its construction and working. The best known helium-neon laser, the best known and most widely used helium-neon laser operates at a wavelength of 6328 angstroms. 6328 angstroms in the red part of the visible spectrum. First, this helium neon laser was developed by Indians that is at Bell Telephone Laboratories in 1962. He is C.K. Patel. Helium neon laser belongs to gas laser, and it is a continuous 4-level laser. Helium neon laser is a gas laser and it is continuous 4-level laser. And in this one, active medium is helium and neon gases in the ratio of 10:1 respectively, and neon atoms are responsible for lasing action. Active medium is helium neon gases with the ratio of 10:1 respectively, and active centers is neon atoms. Energy source. The energy source is 2 electrodes are fixed near the ends of the tube to pass the electric discharge through the gases. And pumping scheme is electric discharge method. Method of pumping is electric discharge, and energy sources 2 electrodes are fixed near the ends of the tube to pass electric discharge through the gas. Here it is belongs to 4-level laser. The first atoms are excited from ground state to highly excited level. From that one, the atoms comes to upper metastable state, and it is having 2 upper metastable state, and from that upper metastable to its lower level, population inversion is occurs, and we are getting the laser light. Then this comes to ground. Here active medium is helium neon gases in the ratio of 10:1, and neon active centers is neon atoms. Method of pumping is electrical discharge, and energy sources 2 electrodes are fixed near the ends of the tube to pass the electric discharge through the gas. Next, coming to construction. Helium neon laser consists of a long and narrow cylindrical tube made up of a fused quartz of diameter around 2 to 8 mm and the length of around 10 to 100 centimeters. The tube is filled with the helium and neon gases in the ratio of 10:1. The pressure of the mixture gases inside the tube is nearly 1 mm of Hg mercury. 2 electrodes are fixed near the ends of the tube to pass electric discharge through the gas. 2 optical plane mirrors are fixed at the ends of the tube. Here we are fixing 2 optical mirrors at the ends of the tube. These 2 mirrors are acts like a, one is 100% reflecting mirror and one is partially reflecting mirror. One of the mirrors is fully silvered so that the nearly 100% of reflection takes place, and the other is partially silvered so that 1% of light incident on it will be transmitted. This is the construction of the helium neon laser. This is anode and cathode, and this is tube, glass tube. Next, coming to the working. Lasing action is due to the neon atoms. We know that here in this laser, active center is neon atoms, so that lasing action takes place in the neon atoms. Helium is used to selective pumping of neon atoms to upper energy levels. Why we are taking the helium atoms? The helium atoms is used to excite the neon atoms, okay, through atomic collisions. When a discharge tube is passed through the gases mixture, electrons are accelerated down the tube. These accelerated electrons collide with the ground state of helium atoms and excite them to metastable states 2s, 21s and 23s. The helium atoms in the metastable state 21s collides with the neon atoms in the ground state and excited them to 3s level. Similarly, the helium atoms in the metastable states 2,3s collides with the neon atoms in the ground state excited to 2s energy level. During these collisions, the atoms transfer their energy to the neon atoms and come back to ground state. But when here once we switch on the electrical discharge tube, the electrons get accelerated, and these accelerated electrons travel from one end to other end, anode to cathode, and when they are traveling, they are collide with the gas particles. In this one here we are taking the 10:1 ratio, the maximum probability the collision between the helium atoms and the electrons will collide with the helium atoms, and these helium atoms is excited to higher energy levels, that is 2s, 2s1 and 2s3, and these two are the metastable for the helium atoms. These atoms once again collide with there is an atomic collision between the helium atoms and neon atoms. Due to the atomic collision, the complete energy is transferred from helium to neon atoms. Due to this one, the neon atoms is excited to 3s and 2s energy levels, higher energy levels, and the neon atoms comes to ground state. Helium atoms comes to ground state and neon atoms is excited state. Since the 3s and 2s levels of the neon atom are metastable states, 2s and 3s are the metastable states, population inversion takes place at these levels. Any of spontaneously emitted photon will be trigger the lasing action. Next here 3s, the atoms comes from 3s to 3p. Here we are getting 3.39 micrometers wavelength light. Next, if the atoms comes from 2s to 2p, here we are getting 1.15 micrometers wavelength light. But here the population inversion between 3s and 2p, that is the 6328. When the transition between the 3s to 2p, we are getting the 6328 angstroms wavelength light. Okay, remaining two, the other two lights 3.39 and 1.15 micrometers is stopped, filtered with the help of lens, and only we can get the output is 6328 nanometers, 632.8 nanometers or 6328 angstroms. Okay, here is there is a population inversion between the first one is 3s and 3p, and 3s and 2p, and 2s and 2p. We have the two metastable states, one is 3s and one is 2s, and the population inversion between 3s and 3p. That's the one condition. In this condition, we are getting the light 3.39 micrometers. The second one is the population inversion between 3s and 2p. 3s and 2p. Here we are getting the wavelength of light 6328 angstroms. And the other one is there is a population inversion between 2s and 2p. 2s and 2p, that is where we are getting 1.15 micrometers wavelength. Okay, due to on these three, the other two lights 3.39 micrometers and 1.15 micrometers lights are stopped with the help of filters. Only we are getting the output as a 6328 angstroms. The next from the 2p to the atoms comes to 1s, fast radiative transitions. Next, from 1s to neon ground atoms comes to ground state, the diffusion to the walls. Diffusion to watts. This is the working of helium neon laser. And here the advantage of helium neon laser is, before we are discussing the ruby laser is the major disadvantage is it's a discontinuous laser, or it is a pulsed laser. But here it is a helium neon laser is continuous laser, and it is having the high coherence. The laser, like this laser, is having the highly coherence and high directionality. But this is having the disadvantage is the intensity is very less compared to ruby laser. This is the disadvantage of this helium neon laser. This is the energy diagram.